Welcome to the practical session on digital signal processing. Myself, Mr. Santosh Lukare from PSKBT College of Engineering, Nasik 13. So, here we are going to discuss about experiment number 10, part B, that is write a program to design and implement the FIR filters using different windowing methods in MATLAB. Okay, so before considering the MATLAB, let us consider the problem statement, that is design a high pass filter using Hamming window with cutoff frequency of 1.2 radian per second and the filter length or the order is equal to capital N. So as the order of filter is 9, the desired frequency response HD of omega is for the high pass filter one can write as HD of omega is equal to 0 in the stop band, that is minus omega c is less than or equal to omega is less than or equal to plus omega c, and the magnitude response, or you may say the frequency response, is e raised to minus j omega alpha over the range, that is omega c is less than or equal to mod of omega is less than or equal to pi. So this is the higher frequency region, and in this region there is a high pass filters frequency response which is mentioned over here, that is e raised to minus j alpha omega, and in stop band it is 0. So one can find out the desired impulse response by taking the inverse Fourier transform of HD of omega, and that is equal to HD of n is equal to 1 upon 2 pi integration from minus pi to plus pi HD of omega e raised to j omega in d omega. So over the range from minus pi to plus pi, one can have the high pass filter with these frequency limits that is on either side of frequency axis. So by solving this mathematics, we have HD of n is equal to 1 upon pi into n minus alpha sine of n minus alpha into pi minus sine of n minus alpha into omega c. So this is the desired impulse response when n is not equal to alpha, and when n is equal to alpha, this total solution becomes sine of n minus alpha into pi upon pi times n minus alpha, or in general we may say sine of n minus alpha into omega c upon pi times n minus alpha. So this value can be determined from the L'Hospital's rule over here, and in this case it is found to be 1 minus omega c upon pi. So as we know that n is equal to alpha, we are having the center point of impulse response. For n is not equal to alpha, we can calculate the other values. So as alpha is equal to capital N minus 1 divided by 2, and in this case it is 4, this is an integer, and small n is also an integer. So every time this quantity, that is sine of n minus alpha into pi, it every times will be the 0. So my desired impulse response at all other points where n is not equal to alpha, we can have HD of n is equal to simply the second term, that is minus sine of n minus alpha into omega c upon pi times n minus alpha. By changing the values of small n from 0 to capital N minus 1, we can have the desired impulse response, that is from HD of 0 to SD of 8 as shown over here. So these values are calculated from SD of 0 to SD of 8. So we are having this is desired impulse response. Now we have to reshape this desired impulse response with some weighing function, and in this case I am going to choose the Hamming window. So the causal Hamming window is mentioned over here, that is W Hamming of n is equal to 0.54 minus 0.46 times cos of 2 pi n upon capital N minus 1, where capital N is the order of filter. So we can solve this causal form of Hamming window for all the values of small n, which is ranging from 0 to 8 in this case, as capital N is equal to 9. So we are having WH of 0 to WH of 8, which is mentioned over here. So we are having the values of WH of n, and we are having the values of HD of n. We can multiply those values to have the filter coefficients, that is h of n is equal to HD of n into WH of n. So this gives me the causal filter's impulse response, that is h of n. And once I know the values of h of n, we can find out its transfer function for the symmetric causal FIR filter. And once we know the transfer function, we can find out its frequency response also. So here the h of omega is also mentioned over here, and we can segregate that h of omega as a magnitude function and a phase function, and that could be considered in terms of transfer function also. So it is just mentioned in reverse case, but both the cases are possible. So h of z is equal to summation n will range from 0 to capital N minus 1 h of n into z raised to minus n. So summation n is ranging from 0 to 8 h of n z raised to minus n. So the causal filter's transfer function can be obtained from the alpha value, and in this case alpha is equal to capital N minus 1 divided by 2. So this is the z raised to minus alpha term, which is getting multiplied with all other terms, and here we know that this z plus z inverse z square plus z raised to minus 2, so all these terms are there because of the symmetric FIR filter. So this is about the theoretical solution. We can verify our answer by using MATLAB code. So let us switch to the MATLAB window. Here we are going to use the MATLAB 2015 version B. So here I am going to simulate the FIR filter, that is design of high pass FIR filter using Hamming window and with cutoff frequency as a 1.2 radian per second, and the filter length is equal to 9. So from line number 14 to line number 17, it is just the initialization for the MATLAB environment, and here I have just displayed the message that is design of high pass filter using Hamming window. So here as per the problem statement or from the definition, we have to enter the order of filter, that is capital N. I am going to express the variable as a capital M for capital N. So this is equal to by using input command, enter the order of filter, then we enter the cutoff frequency of the filter given in the problem statement, and enter the value of alpha, that is E is equal to input, enter the value of midpoint or the center point, that is alpha. So small e is the variable for alpha. So if we know the filter specifications, then we can find out the desired impulse response by taking its Fourier transform, inverse Fourier transform, and that is done with the help of for loop in MATLAB. So for small n is ranging from 0 to capital M minus 1. If n is equal to alpha, we know that hd of n is equal to pi minus omega c upon pi. But if n is not equal to alpha, then hd of n is equal to sine of pi times n minus alpha minus sine of omega c into n minus alpha upon pi times n minus alpha. So this formula is solved for all values of small n, and once we know the hd of n, we can multiply it with the Hamming window, that is wha of n. Here in this case Hamming for just the notation or the variable that is used for Hamming window, 0.54 minus 0.46 cos of 2 pi n upon capital M minus 1. So capital M is the order variable over here. So hd of n, that is the actual impulse response that we are interested in, hd of n times Hamming window. So here we are shaping the desired impulse response with some Wing function. So this for loop will calculate all the impulse response sample, and we can display the samples just by using the display command in line number 32 and line number 33. Once we know the impulse response, that is causal filter's impulse response sample, we can convert that causal filter impulse response sample into frequency response by taking the Z transform and by solving the Z transform on unit circle. So that task is completed in MATLAB with the help of frequency Z command. So here we are having the frequency response stored as a variable a and with respect to frequency omega. So I can segregate the magnitude part and phase part by using absolute and phase angle command in MATLAB. So by making the subplot 2, 1, 1, here one can plot the frequency versus magnitude, that is omega upon pi. So this is normalized value of frequency into 20 frequency with respect to 20 log to the base 10 of magnitude, and here I am going to plot it as in red color. Then X level, Y level, title, grid on, all these are the self-explanatory things over here. Then subplot 2, 1, 2, plot of W upon pi versus phase, and here I am going to show it as a green color plot. So X level normalized frequency, that is omega upon pi, and Y level is the phase, and title and grid on case. So once we have the code in MATLAB, we can run that code. Here the MATLAB is asking me to enter the order of filter that I am interested in, that is 9, and here the cutoff frequency, that is 1.2 radian per second. So enter 1.2, and then MATLAB will ask us to enter the center point, that is capital N minus 1 divided by 2. So 9 minus 1 divided by 2, it is a 4. So for this filter we are having the desired impulse response h of n with the values that is mentioned over here. So one can maximize the command window, and we can just observe the values of hd of n and Hanning window and all those. So we are using the variable that is ht for the desired impulse response, that is by solving the inverse discrete time Fourier transform of given hd of omega. So these are the values of hd of omega and from that hd of omega value we can calculate the values of hd of n. So as we have solved it in for loop, so only the last value is getting displayed over here. So we discuss all those values over here, that is hd of 0 is equal to 0.0793 and that is equivalent to hd of 8 and that is nothing but 0.0793. So we have the values of desired impulse response and the weighing function. Every time we have WHA of n. So here WHA of 0 is 0.08. So if we consider the analytical solution, we know that WH of 0 is 0.08 and SD of 0 is 0.0792. So in MATLAB also we are having those two values, that is 0.0793 which is equal to SD of n, and here it is 0.08. So in this way we can have all the values of desired impulse response and we have shaped those values with the help of Hanning window. So finally we are having the actual impulse response that we are interested in, and that is from the notation h of n. So 0.063, 0.01, then minus 0.0581, minus 0.2567. So we will verify those values one by one. So the first value that we are having in MATLAB is 0.0063. So 0.0063. So we are having this value in MATLAB. Then second value is 0.00100. So here we are having 0.01. So it's somehow it is with more precision, you may say up to 4 decimal point. So next value is 0.0580. So in MATLAB also we are having that value as a 0.0581. So in this way the centered value is 0.6180. So that is h of 4. So h of 4 is equal to 0.618, and in MATLAB also we are having it as a 6180. So in this way one can compare the solution. Now if we switch to the magnitude and phase plot, that is in, you may say, the figure window, here we are having the first plot for magnitude and the second plot for phase. So the magnitude is plot showing that the high values of frequency are getting passed with low attenuation and the low values of frequency are just getting restricted. So if you consider the cutoff frequency, it is just the 1.2 radian per second. So that could be considered in terms of normalized frequency value. So that normalized frequency value in MATLAB one can find out, it is simply 1.2 divided by pi. So 1.2 divided by pi, we are having that value as a 0.3820. So if you consider the magnitude plot near about 0.4, here it is the cutoff frequency point, that is 0.38. So if by choosing the data cursor we can find out that point that we are interested in. So that is nothing but 0.38. So here you may say that value near about this one. So this is the cutoff frequency that we are interested in, 0.38. So here you may say in MATLAB we can find out the cutoff frequency, and that is 1.2 radian per second. So this is about the high pass filter design in MATLAB. This is Mr. Santosh Lokare from MEP's KBT COE signing off. Thank you for listening. Thank you.